Ingo Rademacher's social media post has sparked an intense wave of reactions from his followers, with responses ranging from admiration to outright confusion and disappointment. Many of his longtime fans couldn't help but share their mixed feelings on the matter, as they found themselves processing his recent statements. One fan, for instance, expressed a sense of disillusionment, saying they had admired him since their teenage years and saw him as a role model. This fan even reminisced about the days they would watch him with a friend, identifying with his character on General Hospital and feeling inspired by him. Now, however, this once devoted follower felt baffled, unable to reconcile the person they admired with the political views he seemed to endorse. It's as though a veil had lifted, and their feelings were tinged with a sense of loss, almost like watching a childhood hero drift down a path they couldn't understand. Other fans took a different stance, choosing to vocalize their support for Ingo's message. One follower shared a heartfelt thank you note, affirming that they admired his courage for standing up for his beliefs, even if it came at a great personal cost. For this fan, what started as a love for the character Jasper Jax had blossomed into a deeper respect for Ingo as a person. This individual even recalled a fond memory of meeting Ingo at his store in Oahu, remembering him as down-to-earth and incredibly genuine. The admiration extended beyond the screen. It became a respect for the man behind the character, a respect that they felt was only solidified by his willingness to fight for his beliefs, regardless of the potential fallout. To this fan, Ingo was a rare example of someone who prioritized authenticity over popularity, embodying principles that resonated with them deeply. On the flip side, another voice joined the conversation with a mix of bewilderment and skepticism. They questioned how Ingo could align himself with figures like Donald Trump and Robert Kennedy, wondering aloud if political endorsements alone could truly lead to a better America. This follower seemed to challenge the very idea that political figures could be the solution to the nation's issues, suggesting that the real answer lay in mutual respect and open conversations among people. For them, it wasn't politicians who would mend the fractures in society, but everyday citizens, fostering understanding and compassion for one another. The plea here was for a different kind of change, one that came from human connection rather than political rhetoric. This perspective added a new layer to the discussion, highlighting the importance of empathy in a world where division often feels inescapable. Ingo's original post seemed to mark a definitive stance on his part, as he spoke of his commitment to freedom of speech, religious liberty, and his personal calling to fight against what he perceives as injustices. Alongside a photo with his family, he addressed his followers, suggesting that he felt chosen by a higher power to stand firm in his beliefs, particularly regarding issues of free speech and personal autonomy. While he admitted that he rarely discussed his views, he hinted that one day he might share more, though not without reservation. Ingo's words conveyed a deep conviction, a resolve that he framed as unshakable, suggesting that his journey with ABC Disney was part of a broader mission to safeguard certain freedoms for future generations. He declared his steadfastness, asserting that neither bribes nor threats would deter him from the path he had chosen. In closing, he encouraged others not to remain silent, suggesting that a collective voice was crucial in fighting for the principles he held dear. Ingo's call to make America healthy again and make America truly free again and strong struck a chord with supporters who shared his vision. His words resonated as a rallying cry, urging like-minded individuals to join him in advocating for a version of America that prioritized health, freedom, and strength. It was clear that Ingo's message was more than a social media post. It was a statement of purpose, an invitation for others to stand alongside him in a movement that he believed was larger than himself. As Ingo's followers reacted, it became apparent that his statements had tapped into a range of emotions, from nostalgia and loyalty to surprise and even disapproval. For some, he remained a hero. For others, he had become a figure they could no longer fully relate to. This dynamic interplay of opinions underscored the complexity of public figures using their platforms to express personal beliefs, especially in an era where such statements can have far-reaching implications. Ingo's post was more than just an update. It was a powerful reminder of the impact that celebrities can have on public discourse, especially when their words challenge their audience to think deeply about what matters most.